Now I want to talk about computer chips in human brains. Now, in theory, that sounds fantastic. I mean, people with physical and mental disabilities, they can use the chips to maybe overcome them. I mean, there might be a potential of that, and that's fantastic. And in terms of scientific research and the medical field, that could help people think faster and think more complex thoughts and find cures and all that stuff. And even on the engineering front, it would be good. We could get better products or something. But overall, if everyone ends up using chips, isn't that gonna kind of destroy the individuality of a person? I mean, people's individual is based on. I'm muffling the word. Their identity is based on how different they are from each other. I mean, each person has different interests, thinks differently, and does different things. But if you have a computer chip in your brain, how differently do you actually think? I mean, if someone knows some information about something, won't everyone know that information? And and doesn't that kind of make things boring? I mean, sure, people can still have different interests, but still, the people who are having the different interests, they will all have a common information and common thought process because of this. I mean, one person likes apples, a certain group of people like apples. They all have the same opinion and information about apples, so they don't have anything diverse to offer in terms of something to think about. And if some people like cars, they all have the same information, and because of that, they'll probably all have the same opinion about cars, and there won't be anything diverse to talk about. So what are people going to talk about anymore? Everyone's just going to say something and agree on it. I mean, is that really that great? Isn't that boring? And I honestly feel like it might end up affecting the job market too, because the job market is kind of based on different people having different sets of skills. Even in one specific job, one person might be good at one thing, and the other person might be good at another thing. And because of that, there is an opportunity for a lot more people to get in there. But if everyone's good at everything at a certain one specific field, then you won't really need that many people. So because of that, there will be less jobs, don't you think? I mean, imagine a CEO of a business. One CEO might be good at maybe marketing, and the other CEO might be just good at thinking of innovative ideas on how the company moves forward. So because of that, two companies might have two CEOs. I mean, two companies might exist with different plans on moving forward. But if they all think the same, then basically the two companies will be doing everything exactly the same, and because of that, two companies probably won't exist. Because if they're all the same, I mean, there's really not much point in so many companies existing. That's kind of the point of it, don't you think? I mean, different companies offering different products at different values. I mean, even in smartphones, think about it. Apple's a hardcore branding focused company. Everything's focused on the Apple brand. Whereas Samsung's more focused on the features, the hardcore specs. Those are the two different identities of the brands, and it probably has something to do with the people who came up with the brands and who are behind the brands. But if everyone's thinking the same, I mean, they both just end up doing the same thing, so there'll be nothing to differentiate them, so people won't really think too much about what a choice they have. Because of that, I feel like there won't be that many companies around. I mean, if there are companies who are making the same products with the same type of identity and all that, I mean, what's the point of there being 10 companies around? They probably just end up merging and becoming one, and because of that, we don't even have variety of choice anymore. Everything will become generic. Work will become generic, products will become generic, and there won't be any real innovation if you think about it. Sure, everything will be more optimized and all that, but still, people like variety, and that variety might go away. And if the people who are buying the stuff are also using the chips, well, I'm not sure how much of variety they'll actually think and feel about. Or people naturally want variety, and because these shifts, all that might end up going away. And it's a huge problem when you think about it. I mean, life will become boring. What's the exciting thing about life if everyone's doing the same thing, everyone's interested in the same thing? Not interested in the same thing, but their interest, they don't have any diverging opinions, and without that, there's nothing to think about and talk about. And that's something we people like to do. People like to people like having different flavors, but because of this, we are probably not gonna have anything. I mean, and that's kind of sad to think about. And I hope that this whole human computer chip in the human brain thing only applies to people who actually need it and in the scientific, medical, and engineering field. And everything else, for normal people, they don't use it because it feels like, I mean, what makes human beings special kind of gets destroyed because of this thing. And I don't know where this whole thing is going. It's still just starting out, so we don't know how mainstream it's going to actually become, how the governments of the world are going to react. So we have to wait and see what happens. And I hope that it's a long time away because I don't want a future like that where everyone's using it coming anytime soon. The specific cases I mentioned before, fantastic, obviously. If they can use them right now without any risks, obviously, if they want, they can use them. But for everyone else, I really hope this doesn't happen. So we'll have to wait and see about that, I guess.